Okay, so not necessarily doesn't have to be fair, right? We're dealing with an alien species here who can like teleport across the map and shit. So they've had technology since they landed on Earth and began enslaving it thousands of years ago. That's most high probability of what's happening here. So, what probably happened is after they invented the Egyptian thing and enslaved the planet, they went on to Greece and then Italy and went around and conquered the world and told them they were gods and people should worship them. And they just couldn't. They couldn't get all the slaves of the world united at one time, so they fell apart at like 99% world domination, like right there where they're at right now with USA. But assuming what they did is they rethought their plan. Obviously, when they fled, when they abandoned and probably destroyed Egypt, like you can see they're doing right now in USA. You have the president running a foreign currency. Bitcoin is a foreign currency that is competing with the US dollar. It is designed to collapse the dollar. If your fucking president is talking about go invest in it now, he wants you to collapse it. That's that. It's not hard to see. You know, I don't even believe that the Republicans are fucking in on it, to be honest. I don't believe in any of them because I don't believe the media. I just refuse to believe. I met country folk. I come from my family owned a farm and shit. They're not retarded. My family owned a farm, came into the city, and worked below the people, ran the city when they came to the city. So to run a farm requires a hell of a lot of intelligence and things like that. To live out there in the middle of the nowhere requires a lot. So I don't necessarily believe that people are supporting him or voting for him in any way, because to me, if you're one of those, crazy inbred hillbilly Christians, then you would be able to notice that that's the digital currency that Elon Musk, the vice president or whatever he is, looks like the president to me, is bringing in. So I don't necessarily believe that. They control the internet. Of course they. I watch stuff like I watch people teleporting around the world. So when I see little small things, like I accidentally drop something, I question what caused that. There are people like trying to force drugs on me as if they're mind control devices and shit. So how do you even teleport? Like, can you not make like my vape pen teleport if you can make yourself teleport and then make something knock it out of my hand? You can teleport? Anyway, so I look at that and then I realize that there people are most likely, they talk about some of this too, but they appear out of nowhere when I'm traveling across the world to slash my tires or drug and poison me, and then there'll be one of them standing right beside me acting like they're my fucking savior. They're there to help me and shit, from their twins who just drugged and poisoned me and kicked me out of the place I paid to live in. So we have to base all of our actions upon the fact that there's this alien devil race upon this planet who has this ability to interfere with everything. Like, I summon clones, right? And I don't believe that at all, but I can do that. And I'm just like, okay, so this is an alien shapeshifter devil race trying to convince me of these things, because I know for a fact the first 30 years of my life that shit didn't happen. But then I I mean, I was kind of like raised in the New World Order and the Masons and the Christians and all that shit, like pretty fucking deep. Like, one, I didn't deal with Jeffrey Epstein because I went to Jeffrey Epstein's boss's payout. So, so I didn't go to Jeffrey Epstein's payout because I went to his boss's payout place. Fucking, um, shit like that. I rebuilt Masonic temples and fucking, because my family, like, they want money. And I think they were probably honoring that individual. And I don't know if he was smart enough to figure that out or not or what. It definitely, obviously, he wasn't, because he never fucking said anything when I asked him anything about what's going on. But he would always remain fucking silent and shit. It was definitely, he was like, he was willingly part of this shit happening, fucking even over me. So, but he was much better than other people around me and shit. That's the best I had in my life was someone who would talk to me about what's going on and while I'm asking it and about and being drugged and poisoned my entire life and hunted by this certain pale skinned fucking race and their minions and shit. Trying to fucking kill me off, like slow kill me since I'm a child, and then trying to fast to kill me later on. And enslaved me my entire life. Fucking shit. That's weird that technically I can say both of them were working for the enemy. One was just killing me in the open, and the other one was just not talking about it the time I began to ask questions about what's going on. Or ever offering me any sort of advice, considering he worked hand in hand with the devil. Should have been able to fucking at least warn me, like, watch out, we're working for the devils here and shit, fucking. So, yeah. It's obviously what's happening on the planet, right? There's some alien races enslaved the planet. And I don't know, like, how many of the humans are literal bots that they've been making in factories and replacing living beings with, but you can see from 2020 COVID that there's a hell of a lot of there's a hell of a lot of non-humans on the planet. If you didn't see the teleporting ones, you've seen the ones who do everything the teleporting ones tell them to do. And those aren't ones, those are model numbers. They're not even unique individuals, I guarantee you that. I mean, the simple fact I could shut them down and change their programming that year should tell you that living beings can't do that. You can't shut me down and change my programming. That's not going to happen to me and shit. But it definitely happened to a lot of people near me who were devils fucking the whole time I was here and shit. Enslavers, murderers, terrorists, fucking pedophiles, homos, rapists. So, like, literally towards children, fucking towards children. I mean, their people have to prey upon the weakest because they are the weakest people there is, but there's something that allows them the ability to remain in control. Kind of like the game Mario Brothers. Koopa's the weakest. He just sits in his castle and he's a fat ass and does nothing. Kind of like Jabba the Hutt. He's this fat ass ball of slime, can't move, can't do anything. And then he's got all these minions who do everything for him and shit. So weird. But that's what Earth is like. To me, that's what I get to experience. I guess other people are too busy being slaves and terrorists themselves, because there's a hell of a lot who are involved in killing me. Although everyone I talk to says they don't know what's happening, they're not involved in it. But that means there's like, I'm magically associated with the 5 people on the planet who aren't involved with all the attempts on trying to drug and kill me my entire life, repeatedly, over and over and over again. Pretty much every time I fucking let my guard down and shit, fucking, or like I stay inside and avoid people, and they still force their way into my life in a large network of parasite, fucking a hive parasite, fucking. So I really doubt, like, that's actually true, but let's play along, because I'm forced to be alive amongst these murderous, rapist, terrorist, devil, pedophile pieces of shit whose fucking meat would fucking poison gerbils and destroy the gerbil fucking genetics if they ate it. So they offer and fucking destroy the fucking soil and the plants and the trees if they bled upon it. So I don't fucking, I don't have a choice. I've never made a choice on this planet. I have this rapist ass fucking. These people evolved in the Jabba the Hutt. Some of them some of them are dead. Thank God for that. Even if they killed the one person I could have talked to, like, he was so deep in it, like, the one person I could have trusted, he was so deep in it, I just figured, like, you might as well fucking kill him, fucking. Because I'm not going to like his answer. But I already tried to question him when I was a kid, and I didn't even know shit, fucking. And they refused to answer. So what am I going to do? Fucking take a hot poker and chain him to a wall until they fucking answer questions? Chain my father to a wall till he starts answering questions for once in his life? No. I mean, technically he's got that black hair, pale, gray skin shit, fucking devil terrorist fucking luck to them, the rapists who've all been up in my life the entire time I've been here, enslavers, devils, druggers, pedophiles. And obviously anyone who looks anything like that, like, it really takes me 4 hours or less to decide that I will fucking hunt your entire bloodline down if you fucking keep talking to me and shit. And many of them know that would just be fun and games. Like, I wouldn't, if I just called it fun, like, instead of hunting you down, like, and there's a reason why there are people the ones who know me don't continue to try to kill me and shit, and they have to send strangers in. Apparently on the mothership or something, they gotta contact some retard who doesn't watch the fucking instant replay reels or some shit. Fucking doesn't get the updates and shit of that the whole fucking city got through the fucking news and the fucking newspaper and the 5 o'clock news, the 7 a.m. news, the 12 in the afternoon news for years on end and shit. All set up. It really doesn't make me any. That shit doesn't make me anything, but everything else does. So it's just, it's funny how that works like that too. It's like I was going to do something that day, and then no, God's like, no, let's just have him kill himself instead. Fucking odd ass shit like that repeatedly. Like the COVID shit was the humans, a bunch of their races trying to kidnap and paralyze me and drug me, and they did, and they enslaved me for a while. And then they got enslaved for a while, and that's not even over. COVID ain't going to be over for like 20 years. If you can figure out what COVID is, drop it in the comments. But I guarantee you can't figure it out what it is if it doesn't allow you to know anything about it. Fucking, it's COVID kind of started in 1980. So it's a long, it's like a plan. It's like the story's fucking, the quest line and storyline. I assume Earth was invented around 1980, 1984, so about 40 years ago. I assume Earth actually started around that year and shit, because there's no way these mental retarded gerbils would have sat around and done nothing if they even had half a gerbil brain. They would have at least clawed each other to death like a gerbil does. like a good gerbil. But instead they decide to be like bitch ass pug dogs and do nothing of value. And it's literally, it's so incompatible. You know, you've met a human before, haven't you? They're like fucking one step away from being a serial killer, terrorist, fucking child rapist in the open, instead of lying about it and saying it's for truth, freedom, democracy, and Christianity and God, that they rape children and genocide people and terrorize the fucking planet and drug everyone they find and enslave everyone they know. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, the gerbils seem a little bit more advanced. They're capable of just sitting there and clawing each other, and they don't even know what they're doing. Like, that will lead to a better planet than humans ever could create. Fucking, but humans, of course, have to enslave gerbils because they have to enslave everything better than them. Fuck. I think it's genetic code. So no offense to humans out there. You know, it's not your fault. You participated in COVID. You didn't have any thoughts. Like, if you remember, like, the TV shows in COVID and the video I uploaded as well, like, the people are dancing around like puppets on strings, and they don't know how to dance. They're not synchronized dancers. They're like homeless people in my video and shit. Like, they never went to fucking school for none of that. You know, not your fault. No offense and shit. It's again, you know, no offense, Wendy Cooper, but you're Wendy Cooper, so. And then, you know, and not to be confused with W-I-N-D-Y. You guys know Mario. You guys know W-E-N-D-Y. Wendy Cooper, W-I-N-D-Y Cooper. I guess the humans are trying to say is me, so I'm evil. I'm Wendy Cooper. The past year after they tried to kill me, I'm Wendy Cooper, and you know, I actually do have thoughts, but so don't confuse me with the Koopas at all. Fucking don't do that. They're just bots on display. You know, just like, you know, Koopa over here, fucking on the little lava pit I got. You know, like I walk up to him in Mario character and he's like, you're evil, Mario, you're Satan, and all that shit. So I'm kind of used to that type of shit from pedophile, rapists, terrorists, and slavers, and I do nothing, fucking go nowhere, motherfuckers, trying to, like, I literally message some people like I'm going to kill myself every time you talk to me. Every time you or anyone like you who looks like you talks to me or plays games with me, I'm going to keep trying to kill myself. And, yeah, and they just keep doing it because they know for a fact that they don't care. They know that. That's how I'm always bleeding and shit. That's just one way. I mean, that's a joke, right? It's all the chemicals like the humans are feeding me, and I'm taking myself that I wish could have killed me, but how come I can't die? And I'm a genius, and you guys are like military fucking global military terrorists who've enslaved the planet. And your poisons can't kill me either, but I'm like 10 times smarter than fucking your entire species combined. And I can't figure it out. Damn. The blood thing's just cute. I don't even feel that. Like, obviously, like, fucking, yep. So, I know I'll never be able to get any answers, so this is pointless talking, but hey, humans are forcing me to be alive, as they have been since the day I came here, and their rat trash, non-existent NPC bot asses claim they're my parents and brought me here and forced me to be here to be their fucking slaves to their terrorist fucking genocidal pedophile organization, cult, religion, Bible shit. Abrahamic, get the fuck back to your fucking pyramids in Egypt so we can fucking nuke them and shit. Fucking for real. That's all I got. That's the bottom line of any talking about that. That fucking weirds me out. People be walking around talking about I look like a person who's not like, yeah, you guys are trying to manipulate me into that. Have you raped and fucking killed me my entire life, huh? You think I'm your bitch and I'm gonna play along to your alien species games or something. Fucking retards. You see how stupid non-existent they are. They can't even figure out that I don't even know how to play along if I wanted to play along, which I would never want to play along. And I don't even know how to play along even the 1 or 2 times I want to play along. So, that's all. They've been watching and stalking and terrorizing me my whole life and fucking disrupting my entire life. And then they change their little vagina wordage since 2020 and shit, you know. And it's still not fully changing it, you know what I'm saying? Like 2020, we have people come up to me crying and about trembling, and then we have people cutting the brake lines. You know, the same fucking race, people working for the same damn race, doing the same damn things. Like, obviously, there is no such thing as a human that we could want to listen to or be around. They're a disease. They're obviously non-existent bots amongst us, and if there are any actual humans on the planet, that would mean you're a living being, because you can't be a human if you're not an actual living being who is born and has thoughts and you know, comes from a living being. Like humans are not like wood cut out carving Pinocchio motherfuckers like the majority of people who have been speaking to me since 2020 began. Which obviously 2020 was I mean, obviously, is it obvious? Like I said, 2020 was me like trying to figure out what it was, and just made some fucking calls, and the calls got answered. So it's like, damn, that's weird. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and you're like, oh, they're fucking non-existent fucking puppets and devil terrorist sons of bitches. It's like, huh, interesting. I was just trying to figure out what was going on, and then all of a sudden, so what I get shown is empty, lifeless fucking shells walking around the planet. Who are just dangling and you know, fucking from invisible strings and shit. And that, like, that, I guess that's the answer to, like, what's been going on. And because I asked the fucking question and the answer fucking appeared like that. Like, who am I to argue with that? Like, what am I supposed to go smack people? I'm in a crowd of 1,000 puppets who are fucking dangling from strings, and supposed to smack them in the face and tell them to wake up. I tried that the other day when I was talking to someone who was telling me he didn't know what was going on after the human race just trying to work together to try to kill me fucking at the, like, you know, halfway through last year for the heat waves and the floods and the fires and the freezings and the everything else that's coming this year. Fucking the war is technically went into full force 2020, didn't they? Fucking technically though, if anyone can figure out when the war for freedom against devils, using the word freedom, can anyone actually does anyone actually know what year that was? I'm not gonna give away any hints and shit, fucking. But I knew that day. I didn't even know what was going on, and I was like, oh shit, freedom is coming. And I was just like, oh well, cheeseburgers. That was a long time ago too. Fucking. Man, I'm not gonna say I would love to have some answers because I'm not gonna. I wouldn't trust anyone who can speak on this planet. Anyone who speaks English, I don't trust them. So that was a rule I made up. By the time I hit other countries, every time someone comes up to me and speaks English, it's clear I can't trust them because they shouldn't be appearing out of nowhere speaking fucking English and shit. And then, of course, I come from English-speaking countries, so I already know not to trust them. But, yeah, fucking, I figure out what a waste of life this has been. It's been a total fucking waste here. He's just born amongst, like, this terrorist, pedophile, enslaver species and shit. Do nothings. And some sort of devil god has given them technology and computers and missiles and bombs and tanks and clubs. They probably couldn't even invent a fucking club back in the caveman days and shit without someone giving it to them. Fucking. So it seems pretty wasteful. Yeah. They've been building their fucking shit for a long time. And they've been provided with their fucking weapons of war for a long time. So, I don't see any purpose to being here to remember how great it's been, I mean, I'm assuming like I'm forced to date people who are their race and, the aliens, like race, fuck that, dude. People teleport on humans, so that's a different species and shit. That explains why they all have to come to me telling me they're sterile because they can't breed with fucking humans. That's a really good explanation there for why one alien race is in my life repeatedly. And they're always fucking sterile. Besides the fact that they're targeting me because I actually was intelligent and they picked up my test scores and began to decide trying to kill me off as a child. But technically, I think that started before I was born. They targeted members of my family to destroy their DNA and shit, because the Bible does brag about that. And one wasn't with their Bible, another one was definitely with enslavement and pedophile shit. And the Bible, which is a story of genocide and enslavement and how to conquer the earth and kill all the humans who aren't you. So, I mean, it's written clear as day. The only people telling you that are their little vagina fags who are out there threatening you that their twin brother Satan and Anton LaVey, who runs guns to Israel like good Christians do, and worships Easter like good Christians do, and worships Santa Claus like good Christians do, etc., 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 like Einstein does, who genocides the fucking, the Japanese, the non-fucking pale gray-skinned people. Fucking, it all seems to be, like, so simple to me. I mean, that's me, though, right? Like, I wake up one day, I'm in school, literally, I woke up one day in school, and, I was in the middle of class, looked at the board, and I told the teacher, I was like, yeah, you got that problem wrong. You gotta change your math problem there. That problem's wrong. And he's like, thanks, Sean. And I went back to sleep. So, it's kind of like, I don't even know if I even earned half that shit. I guess I spent a long ass time with books and libraries. But I don't think that counts for it. I don't, obviously I'm smart enough to figure out how to educate people if I could be so educated, and I don't think that's what it was. I think there's it doesn't add up and shit, you know, right? Like I'm correcting the math teacher in high school, fucking. I hope I know how things add up or not, because if not, no one does. So, whatever I've seen here has been way the fuck off the charts. And obviously, one thing you can figure out is talking to other people is that they're lying all the time. So that's where you got to start with most knowledge. If you're dealing with other people, and you don't do that when you're like reading a book, you know, you think it's real. If it's written in a book, it's real. Only TV's fake. Books are real. God brought books to the earth. Literally the only reason Bibles exist or literacy exists is because the people who call themselves gods force people to learn literacy through their book that says worship them as gods, and their invisible fucking friend said so. That's where books come from. That's the first world. And then the second best-selling book in the world is the 50 Shades of Grey Homo Pedo sissy fag. I don't mean that. Hag fag. You know, like a female who like just, you know, like females like obsess over that. They sit around and they be like, potato chips, but what they really want is smacked in the face with a whip and fucking laid down and get dick down. But then they want to create laws to make that illegal so they can sue you, so they can get money to go get more potato chips after they're done getting dick down. And they're not as dumb as men in certain ways. They definitely can't figure out the rest of the stuff men do, but they're definitely not like lifeless, empty puppets. They have their own, just like these people, just like the people they align with from Rome, who invented their Catholicism, and from the New World Order, who invented their Bible, the other Bibles, which were both invented at the same time, just so you know. Catholicism and Christianity are the same era. There's no difference in time there. It was all created by the same people, and they were changing their methods to enslave the fucking planet further, because going around and telling everyone the rat face fucking broccoli head, Velcro hair, gray skinned mutant looking motherfucker Caesar and his royal bloodline were gods, that failed. And then all the slaves that they had amassed, because they're too lazy to do any work when they genocide and colonize people, they keep everyone else alive. So they're not necessarily like good killers, right? Even though they fucking kill everyone on the planet, right? USA kills everyone, and that's their capital right now. And then UK was their capital, and then Rome was their capital, and then fucking Greece was probably. It sure looks like they're fucking geniuses, like Einstein, the inventor of genociding the Japanese, looked like fucking them. Everyone I remember looked like some broccoli head motherfuckers. I think it's the same people. Pretty sure it's the same people, and what they're doing is this 6,000 years ago they landed on the planet. And so they landed obviously towards the equator. Now my best assumption, this is just totally hyperbole, but I assume they landed on the middle of the planet because the middle of the planet was most hospitable to their alien DNA when they first came to Earth and shit. And you can't land in Antarctica, right? Like humans can barely live in Antarctica, so humans can't even. So you have to land like in the most climate-friendly place, which would be the center of the fucking Earth and shit. And therefore, we have the pyramids at the center of the Earth and shit, which is their root power symbol. And we also have the stories of how they're like sick and diseased people and highly afflicted by shit. And they do go around with glasses on all the time. So apparently their vision is never adjusted to being on Earth even after 6,000 years. Unless it's like a cosplay thing they do. But if it's not, then their vision just hasn't adjusted to being on Earth after 6,000 years. And I'm assuming I'm pretty right about this because I'm obviously right about like 70% of this shit, which is, like fucking, it's still 69% of stuff no one else is even fucking mentioning is happening, but it's obviously fucking happening and shit. Fucking, you have the pyramid people owning and controlling everything. You have the Italians, aka the Romans, owning and controlling everything in the empire's capital and shit. How the fuck did the Romans get the fuck over here to Native American land and Mexico and shit? They're over here continuing to invade Mexico and shit. And then it's easy to see the patterns too, where people act differently. Different people act differently. And so these people are like colonizers. That's what they do. They come in, they try to enslave and teach everyone on the planet how to act, and kill off their parents and rape the women, and then expect the halfling to be their slave forever, because the halfling, their people are loyal to their people. So generally, if it's a halfling of them, it will sell out the other half of themselves to live in rich comfort and excess and overprivilegedness. And I guess, I don't even know other people, so maybe other people would do that too, but I don't see the point to selling out just because it's around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think I was in control avoiding that shit in my early life. I don't think a lot of things are my decisions. I just, for some reason, when something happens, things happen, and it doesn't. I try to get involved in stuff sometimes just to see these days if I can, and it doesn't turn out that, like, people poisoning me. I'm just like, yay, you got any more poison? Give it to me, let's see if it works. And it's like, well, I guess your poison ain't working or something. I mean, I do look like, I shouldn't really say that, right? Like, I look like quite a bit older than a little child I looked like 4 years ago. No thanks to the human parasites who have been trying to poison and kill me my entire life, but especially the last 4 years. In fact, I give all credit to them for supporting the Greys and allowing it to happen. All credit and blame. They can have it all in a giant gift card shipped straight down my throat like a vial. The vials of poison they gave me and shit, or whatever the fuck that shit was you guys gave me and shit. Fucking. Because I figure, like, if it's me versus everyone, then I'm invincible. And that's what you guys figured out, right? Isn't that why you guys, like, isn't that you guys' excuse for trying to kill me? I understand, like, at this point in time, you guys are inventing your religions to enslave God himself. Like, 'cause apparently some people are worried he's going to come back and do all those things he said he's going to do. And so they invent religions to enslave God and teach him he's a bitch. And he's going to be that little fucking homosexual fuck buddy or something. Apparently that's what the Abrahamic, the Bible people fucking think. That's the best thing I can come up with, because Because that's how they treat me, and then they come to me with the Bible with I'm God and shit. So it's like, oh, so you think God's your little homosexual fuck toy, huh? Like, oh, so. But it makes sense, you know, if you just read the fucking words. It basically says God's a bitch. He's our servant. He ain't gonna do shit to us. And they're homosexuals who like to fuck men. So, and God's a man. God would just be another fuck toy for their men and shit. So, yeah, I mean, the words are pretty simple, but it kind of helps a little tad to live with them, to understand it. That is indeed their end goal and shit. I mean, it really helps when you have like their people every 4 years, from your parents to your girlfriend trying to force you to fuck men and shit or be locked in the room with homos from like 4 years old on at the fucking church and shit. So those three 3 to 19 fucking periods generally every 4 years or something, they try something like that. So, you know, what, 45, so it hasn't been 19 just yet, has it? But I guess I'm including the next few years they're going to force me to play out and shit. Because they don't have the ability to change their patterns like they have it. These total strangers are the same people having the same fucking patterns and doing basically trying to guide me down the same path and tell me it's love and peace and it's anti-homosexuality while they're trying to lock me up with those people in their churches and shit. Fucking man. You can't be, I mean, all these people do is lie. So these are the Bible people. So if all they do is lie, you really gotta take my word for it. Like, everyone thinks I'm God. And I'm telling you that these fuckers are trying to manipulate me with their 120 different one true religions. And if you can't figure out that there isn't 120 different one true religions, and then you're one of them, and I'm sure you figured it out, and you're trying to manipulate and deceive people. Because, yeah, it's just, I mean, if you're just that retarded, like if we had a proper system, people like that wouldn't be walking around the planet, able to kill and rape and enslave us. For the devil, that's going to be their excuse. I already know. I can understand all their words. So, but I guarantee you, they'll be like, oh, those people around you who turned into someone else in 2020, they were devil possessed. No. They were devils all along. I've been watching some of those people since I was born. They weren't devil possessed. They were devils. Period. But this is what their people do. This is part of the manipulation of the Bible, trying to enslave and destroy God. This is their race. Their race. I suppose the entire human race, because a lot of y'all have been involved in the killing attempts on my life and enslavement. Like, my entire life has been enslavement due to the fact these things walking on two legs are so well networked. Must be a criminal cartel of 500 really intelligent, capable beings, and not no one else. Right, it was more than 500 people. Fucking most every time it happened, it was more than 500 people who would have been involved. If we include the support structure, we can go up to 10,000 people each time it happened. But God's a failure. I'm a failure. Well, I'm God or not, I'm a failure. Remember when I won those awards from the president? You know, the reason why that is because your president's a failure, because you're a failure, because you elect failures and shit. I agreed with that. I was 8 years old, and I was like, man, am I stupid? I'm winning awards from a fucking retarded terrorist son of a bitch. I'm not even fucking happy about winning awards from the president. I'm like, I'm about to start a fucking war over it. Like, you better not fucking insult me like that and shit. Fucking, I'm pretty sure I was already involved in war against the state at that point in time. By the time I was 8, fucking, they were drugging me shortly after, so I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I was born that way. My first thoughts were pretty much, yeah, this is gonna go. Fucking. Just as my first thoughts were like winning awards, shit, that won awards from the president. I was like, yeah, this country's gotta go. Fucking. So. That's probably about the Reagan and Bush era. Everyone loves Reagan, but it's like, well, I was born in that era, and I know people were terrorists, fucking pedophile, and slavers back then. It's because I lived through that era, so it was just, it was less talked about. It's not fully talked about yet, is it? I don't think so. We've just scratched the surface of what's going on here and shit. Everyone who's out there protesting something, when they go out to those protests, they're being led by the people they're protesting. Like I was, like every time I went to protest, and I told you guys, they would be right there beside me and shit. So that was, that's what's going to happen every time you go to protest. One of them is going to be there to lead the protest against their people. They've been doing this for thousands of years since they landed on Earth. They know what they're up to. They probably knew what it's a high probability they knew how to do this before they landed on Earth and shit. They were just keeping technology away, and they understood that as humans fucking discovered things, they had to enslave people with deeper tactics. That's likely to me. That's the most logical thing. It's not that they're scared and they're cowards and they're hiding some shit. I mean, obviously they have to do that because they would be scared about people figuring out who they are. But to me, the most logical thing is that they landed on Earth a few thousand years ago, near the Middle East, near the pyramids, and they center the Earth that matches their DNA, their people's genetic disposition to genetic defects on Earth and shit. Imagine if you go to Mars, you're going to get crushed by the pressure, right? So you're going to have to wear a suit to do that. Things like that. Fucking. And we're definitely in a world where we have people teleporting. So they're either aliens or they're bots and shit in a video game. So, and if they're bots in a video game, it doesn't rule out they're not aliens in the video game synopsis. So it is. It's like more like a 75% chance that that is the actual fucking synopsis of what's happening on Earth here and shit. I mean, they're not coming out and telling you they're bots teleporting across the fucking map. So why are they hiding? They're doing that. That's all that really matters, is they're hiding and they're doing all this shit, right? So that's the only fact we have to go by, right? Is I don't know if you tested what's going on, but in 2020 I was testing and traveling across the fucking nation 100 miles per hour. I know people was fucking teleporting across the fucking map and shit, and that's that. I was in Columbus. I made a video. I was hitting a protest one day, and Alex Jones people showed up in like 30 minutes, and they're from Texas. They don't live 30 minutes away. And I said that in that video. I said, what the fuck's up with this? It's like some alien teleporting shape-shifting race and shit. Fucking, you can't show up from Texas in 30 minutes. They don't drive like me, and I can't fucking drive that fast. They don't drive like some people I know, and they can't arrive that fucking fast. Besides, you're gonna fucking get pulled over if you drive that fast. And then it's gonna be like double the time anyways, so that's all we have to go on here is There's obviously alien shapeshifters on this planet. There's obviously they're involved in devilry, like enslavement, pedophilia, terrorism, forcing people to date and marry inside their race, or just whoever they choose. They chose a lot of sterile people for me, and I suppose when I reached out to the when my teacher reached out to the retarded president, my teacher was at the school who had drugged me with methamphetamines. There's, just because you see the word teacher and lawyer and judge and pig, Nazi pig, and scientist and preacher doesn't make you a good person. In fact, their people create words like that in order to deceive people. You don't have to create some fancy word for yourself if you're of something of value. You can just be a person who does something of value. But no, you gotta be a preacher or a lawyer or a judge or a Nazi cop pig or a good Christian. You always gotta be something because you can't be anything else of value. So you just gotta be that. And fucking, that doesn't make you shut. I mean, the whole system there is literally drugging kids with methamphetamines and shit. Fucking, probably because they're trying to kill off bloodlines who aren't as retarded as their people who own all that shit, and to keep dumb slave races alive and unable to fight back and shit. They've been at this for 6,000 years since they landed on the fucking planet here and shit. They got that. Oh, why else do you think people can teleport across? Yeah, some alien species who teleports across the map and shit from Israel over to here or wherever they're coming from. Fucking space station. From their NASA, that Hebrew word for deception. Fucking right. My best guess is they know they're fucking evil bots in the Matrix, and they know that their fucking time is up, and so they create all these deceptions to try to trick the person who's going to come to get rid of them and shit. And I mean, what's happening in my life? I'm trying to do shit, and I'm trying to get rid of them, and there they are, magically teleporting across the planet, preventing me from doing anything long before I realized the answer to fixing Earth without getting rid of it entirely is to get rid of the cancer upon it first, and definitely hyping it up after that. Fucking, but their cancer asses were in my life trying to kill me since I'm fucking born, almost, like my first memories and shit. I have stories before my memories of things that line up with their stories of genocide and enslavement and how to kill off people and shit. And my life lines up with that 10 million ways to one. Up until fucking 5 seconds ago or whatever, shit, I mean, remember like the exact largest event, right? The largest event technically was 10,000 humans banding together and networking to try to kill me a year ago. And one little inbred Israeli hillbilly city and New Yorker city. They're not Israelis, they're New Yorkers. They're not Romans, they're Italians. Fucking low IQ bullshit. I mean, seriously, I'm not even selling anyone who can't figure that out, because shit, I didn't even figure that out, right? It's like, oh shit, everyone I know is an Italian. Oh, that explains why they're genocidal fucking maniacs, right? Because they're fucking Romans. Yeah, those are the people I fucking have been protesting my entire life and saying we should ever prevent them from doing anything upon this planet again. At the same time, I'm protesting invisible Europeans in USA who genocided the natives. Turns out to be I never met any Europeans. I only met the Romans inside USA. So, like shit, I'm like a certified genius, and that took me 40 fucking years to be fed the fucking information. I get fed shit. Like I don't even claim to be a genius. Like when I was winning awards from the president, I was copying stories when I was a kid. And the president's so retarded. I wrote the same story fucking twice and won the same fucking award twice. So you know what I'm saying? I don't value that shit at all. Fucking I understand like I could read and write when children couldn't. But I feel it's a waste of time. That's like me saying I could watch TV before you guys. I'm so smart. I could watch that TV stuff for you guys. I'm so smart. I really put like so little value in that. The smarter I am, the dumber I feel I should have been and shit. So it has nothing to do with it. Like any of that. I'm just pointing out the fact that people you guys worship, have a different opinion on me than they have on most people. So test score says I can figure shit out, and I figured out a bunch of dumb stuff for the other people never even filled their heads with that dumb stuff. So I'm smart enough to realize that, right? I've watched I don't watch TV because I've watched like every movie on the planet. It doesn't make me fucking better because I don't watch TV. It makes me fucking stupid because I already fucking watched everything on the planet. I already read every book. I already watched every TV show. I'm the stupidest. I already know what that is. People on TV are going to say because it's the same dumb thing they keep saying. But this is the best I can figure out, right? We got these teleporting motherfuckers shifting across the map, and they're trying to set me up, like, because I'm not sure if they brought me into the fold or how that works, but I think they want to set, if I can analyze the stories best, what they want to do is they want to set someone up to be their scapegoat. They invented the word scapegoat in those books, so if you think that's a far stretch, you better think again, because the defining word, according to their karmic New World Order nonsense, would pretty much have to be written right beside the scapegoat plan in order for it to release their karma for it. And it's definitely in line with the interactions I've had and the testing I've had. So I don't know what's going on with this planet. I know it's pretty shitty. It's almost nothing but shit. Well, I mean, if you guys found something good, let me know. And don't tell me that you found some fat hoe to fucking slap you in the face and some kids to fucking poop all over your carpet, because I gotta tell you, I just don't value those things. I don't think those are really gonna contribute to anyone's life, but it'd be like that. Let me know. I know a lot of people probably beat the shit out of their dogs for acting like little children, so you let me know when maybe you can send me a check when your children grow up and they're They're good slaves for you, and they make you a lot of money, and you get a lot of kickbacks or dividends, whatever your fucking plan is. They sell a lot of meth, make a lot of money. I don't know. Obviously, most people don't have plans. They just have accidents, and they avoid them as much as they can. So that's obviously not a plan in most people's books. Some people are like, we gotta conquer the world, I need kids. Fucking, but no one's honest about that except for me, and they're all hiding on the dark net saying shit like that. Fucking, anyways, yeah. So, fuck everything. It's been pretty shitty having to be forced to be here. Like I don't know what they're doing recently, but they started sending different people in my life. Like when I was 30, they sent the first person who had one little minuscule hair of something off her. Maybe the second minuscule thing. Technically it would have been the third, but then they killed themselves, so it's like, ooh, are you trying to like bait me into like an emotionally involved people who are gonna kill themselves or what? And I thought that was a kid, which is weird because when I was like 40 and they sent a kid into my life who a person I thought was a kid, I had a person walk up to my vehicle and be like, you know that's a kid, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know that. We're not gonna touch each other. Fucking. Not, I was younger the first time. I thought that might be a child they sent into my life. But it's weird, like they're like almost everyone in my life is from somewhere else. It's like they gotta generate the character from somewhere else, or they're hiring their people. You know, they're beaming down from their fucking alien spaceships and shape-shifting into forms, something like that. It's one of those three things. It really is, because it's too coincidental for a coincidence. They call it a coincidence. And who are we dealing with? We're dealing with the Cohens every time, aren't we? It's a coincidence. The last girl I hung out with looked like Cohen, and the one a week before that had Cohen's hanging out with her and looked like it once she took off that 2 hours of makeup and shit she was wearing. But she had them with her, like, she had like fuckers was acting like a TV crew and shit. Fucking, there's some weird ass shit. Fucking, yeah, that shit's been going on in my life the whole time. Like, I can tell, like, because I see it happening. I know it's happening now. I tested it to see if it was happening. And then I was like, oh shit. So yeah, like they confirmed, like, it was happening recently. And I was talking to other people. They confirmed in front of witnesses who I was talking to about it, that something was happening like that. And it really was. Like, it sure looks like the same thing in my life was happening. That's why I had to test it. And I was talking to people, like, is there like this alien race, like, fucking going around enslaving the planet and shit and preventing us from being around people we want to be around and talking to each other and shit? And they show up and they're like, you can't talk to them this way or just get in the way. The other person just got in the way of us. And it's like, damn, that's really happening on this planet there. And it's like, how does that happen where they have like bots as our parents? Do they like kidnap us from the hospital? Because they have their little Christian, satanic, atheist gang signs on the hospitals. They own that. That's where their that's their drug cartel. That's the world's largest drug cartel, as well as the world's largest pedophile organization is the hospitals. And it's super overcharging. Like, it's about bilking people of their money for scams and a whole bunch of stuff. And that's what their religions are, too. All 140 of their one true religions they've created. It's about bilking people their money and scamming them. The same dumb stuff to take money from them and shit. Any way they fucking can. Every fucking thing they do, apparently, fucking... Look at their comedy. There people have fucking been selling fart jokes for like 100 years, and Charlie Chaplin, and it's just like... It's stupid as fuck. It's like some low IQ gerbil shit, but they own the media. They don't have to put you on it just because you say anything about you. Like me running for president. They don't have to put me on the media because I am the only intelligent person to ever run for presidency on the fucking planet. And because their race is fucking mental retarded morons, lazy fucking terrorist scumbags, and they can't allow a person who has half a thought to fucking run for president, let alone outside of their race and shit. Fucking... It all lines up to the same fucking thing. We got this terrorist-ass devil alien race from Israel fucking enslaving the planet with their Bibles and satanic Bibles and the Catholic Bibles and their fucking atheism and their racial supremacism and their New World Orderism. And we got a whole bunch of fucking human trash who's been working with them the whole fucking time I've been here, fucking selling out their own children and their own families to them and shit. Enslaving their own fucking children, hoping they get a fucking buck back after they fucking rape and mutilate their children. And some ceremony for dog. Ceremony for dog. For their god dog. Fucking filth ass trash planet, bro. This is some fucking sick ass. You can tell this whole place is some non-existent shit just by looking at how sick and out of control it is. That all this shit can happen like this and shit. Like, there's no fucking way there would be a living being who isn't one of them. Like, if they had fucking 2 brain cells, they would know to kill everyone else off and not enslave them because people would eventually one day get rid of them. And then, it's that simple. If you're a murdering, enslaving, terrorist, genocidal, pedophile scumbag, the only reason I could even think, and it's so stupid, it outweighs kindergarten failure logic. You keep them alive because they don't look like a fucking disease, and you want to have sex with someone who doesn't look like your fucking family and shit, because it would be disgusting too. Not that it's disgusting to have sex with your family, it's disgusting to have sex with them. It's disgusting to look at them, you know. It's like, you're not even thinking like, oh, that's going to be my girlfriend one day. Like, is that my cousin? I don't care. It's definitely not going to be my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my dog or my gerbil. Fucking, in fact, I got to go vomit right now. Fucking, there's so many flaws here in the story. You know, it kind of did take the 2020 shit for me to see, like, you know, the humans dancing around on strings and shit. But, you know, like, that just exposed all the other fucking flaws. Is like, if you spend 6,000 years conquering the world as some alien fucking degen fucking race and shit, species, then, you would have been able to kill them off and shit and replace them, unless you just keep them alive as sex dolls, which is like, if you told me that, if you're in my army and you're like, well, let's keep the enemy alive as sex dolls, I would chop off your fucking head if you really persisted with that, because we wouldn't have that. And second of all, even if I was like, well, yeah, just rape them really badly, but use machetes when you do it. You know, if I put some stipulations like that, like You gotta light their flesh on. You gotta douse them in gasoline and light them on fire every time you do it, just to let them know this isn't sexy time. Fucking. Even if I did that, I'd be like, you probably shouldn't. You should probably just dispose of people you're conquering, because it's the mathematical probabilities in history are 0% that you will conquer someone and enslave them, and they will never erase your ass afterwards, because so far in history, 0 times has one group of people colonized and enslaved the planet and not been fucking slaughtered and reduced. So that's why we have the New World Order, the Bible, the Middle Eastern Bible people, the Italian Catholics. That's why we have them over in USA inventing the Satanism and the atheism and the rest of their, there's like 9 million different Bibles now. One for each each city they've killed off and shit. Fucking. If you had an actual brain, one brain cell, not even 2 to rub together, you could be like, well, someone in the group could be like, well, the answer is to not enslave them, dipshit. I don't care if you fucking don't want to have sex with your own people. You're gonna have to either die or you're going to have to get rid of them. And everyone else, could have used their one brain cell to have been like, yeah, that keeps happening, so we don't do that. We shouldn't do that again. But then again, so that helps us rule out what's going on this planet. And what is going on, 2020 helps us rule out what isn't going on as well. What isn't going on is we have a planet 100% full of human beings. We have marionettes, and then we have some sort of devil slime controlling the planet, which you could have learned that before 2020, that we have one race, one people who shift to the same form, so they can identify each other fucking up there at the top, owning everything, because they're the original Nazis. They said God chose them to be racist, Nazi, pedophile terrorists. And everyone else like, oh, well, those are the good Nazis, because God chose Nazis. So, that's that. And fuck the human race. I like how you guys tried to kill me last year. I think, I'm not dead yet. I'm definitely dead on the inside, but the corpse is still moving. And the corpse can still fucking do things and shit, apparently. So, again, I don't get why no one's thinking this shit through, to be honest. This makes no sense. We were like midway, we were like 2 months into COVID, and people were drugging me and cutting my brake lines and slashing my tires, and then still we have 3 years later, they're trying to kill me out here and shit. Right on the map, they're gonna do it. And no fucking help from the Human Peanut Gallery, who never does anything. It's just, I guess there's 10,000 people on the planet every 6 months who are devil possessed. It's a devil. Like I said, the humans are using the Bible to enslave God. So, because they want to kill God and enslave God, because they know apparently, like, according to their stories, they think God's going to come and kill them because they're fucking trash. So, that would, that makes sense right there. They say that God's going to come kill them because they're trash. And then they're coming to me, tell me I'm God, and I'm supposed to be their servant. And I'm like, oh yeah, you want me to be your servant because you think I killed your family a few thousand years ago, and I'm back to do it again. So yeah, of course you're going to create a cult between those thousands of years, or 240 of them, to tell me I'm a bitch and I'm your bitch, and that's how that works. And then treat me like a bitch and enslave me like a bitch to isolate me from the rest of the world, so you can make sure that I can never converse with anyone I want to, which is definitely not going to fuel the fire at all. If I'm being, when I catch myself being separated from everyone else on the planet who I would want to be around, and figure out that's why that's never happened. And I've always been with one slime bag fucking group and shit who I don't like at all. Fucking I mean, what do you do? What do you do when you know that you're fucking, when you're sitting on death row and they're gonna execute you in 2 weeks, right? I mean, the average human does what? Sit around and be like, I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. I'm a good person. These people had 6,000 years to invent systems and set up some intricate fucking forms of slavery, like drugging people. Like, they literally say in their book they're going to try to kill all the first newborns when they think God is coming back and shit. Fucking. So what do when I'm born? They start drugging me. I'm the first one I know of that I ever heard of with amphetamines, and I get to watch their people becoming just slime. Fucking, they use amphetamines and their brains fucking melt like fucking mush and shit, and then they're using that as an excuse to invade Mexico, that they're all crack. They're like, Donald Trump's like, I'm a crackhead. It's Mexico's fault. My brain is fried from smoking crack. I don't even know if that's like a legit thing or not, but I have met the crackheads. Unfortunately, I've met a lot of them. Fucking fatheads, crackheads, TV heads. Yeah, fuck, I've met people on fucking cocaine who are doing way more than fucking TV heads and fucking fatheads are doing. So it's definitely, it leads to the same fucking thing. The brain goes bye-bye in a human, apparently. I don't know how that works. I can't really discuss that because it's trying to make it work. Obviously, humans are trying to kill me, and you can't get it to work. But I'm like a fucking 10 million of you in one, so I can't get it to work and shit. Fucking that might explain where my memory's gone since my whore-ass mom, Jew fucking Christian bitch, rat-faced motherfucking Jabba Hutt looking bitch, started drugging me when I was a child, along with her fucking little congregation in her school system. Fucking might have something to do with the storyline going on here, why I don't actually have a memory. But at the same time, if I had a memory, I would have been fucking flooding this planet and plaguing it fucking by the time I was 12 and shit, because that trash fucking had already solidified who they were, and I wouldn't have given time to see that that's the same fucking filth I've been dealing with my entire life. Every fucking new person I meet is a goddamn clone of one of them. About fucking 6 out of 9. It's the same damn fucking Terror Devil clone. Fucking. That's shitty fucking odds. Definitely like saying that's a. 6 out of 9 mosquitoes I meet are sucking my blood and fucking a disease, carrying AIDS and shit, just doing nothing of value. Like, I can't say that about cats, I can't say that about dogs, can't say that about fucking birds, can't say that about trees, can't say that about grass. I can say that about mosquitoes and fucking humans. That's odd. I can say that. Like, can you get that far enough in school to understand what the word pattern means? Pattern. Yeah. So we see this thing, and what that means, if you don't know, is it means we see the same thing over and over again. Like when I look at a cat. And it's pretty, might be a cat. It's furry, might be a cat. Sometimes it's small, might be a cat. It goes meow meow. Could be a cat. Those are patterns. So when I see those patterns, when you see those patterns, can you go out, can you tell me, like, if you would see a dinosaur or a cat outside, or some people have problems with that. It's hard to tell, like, because in my life, like, I know people who, like, I'm not going, most of my life I was going to be like, well, you're retarded. I don't think you know the difference between a cat and a dinosaur. But I will tell you, I don't think they would know the difference between a cat and a dinosaur, and it must be the will of God to drop that dialogue in their mouth if they talk about a dinosaur like it's a dinosaur, or if they talk about a cat like it's a cat, and not confuse the two when they bring one or the other around. So those are called patterns there. The cats have patterns, unless you got a saber-toothed tiger, I guess, right? And then they might be a little more similar in patterns, but I've never seen a saber-toothed tiger myself, so I'm kind of leaving that out of the conversation, right? They must be flown there up in space with those fucking beautiful pedophile alien line manipulator Bible people, Donald Trump. Fucking those Bible Nazis and shit, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Maybe that's where they are. I'm sure I'll get to go there in 20 billion years. Even though I'm a rocket scientist. Technically, I'm not. I've only created explosives. I've never formed the explosives to launch stuff into there. So, yeah. So, fuck Earth. Fuck the human trash on it. Since there is no answers, I've come to the conclusion there's only one answer. Everyone I ask tells me they don't know anything yet. Clearly that takes a whole fucking society to do these repeated patterns on my life and shit. And I obviously I didn't fail kindergarten like everyone else did. So I didn't fail preschool either. In fact, I didn't need any school because I already knew it all before I went to school. I get the idea that one of the other reasons why I can understand what's going on is the same reason I could pass math without ever paying attention in school, or English or history or whatever. It's because I already knew what was going on. So, I'm just going to have to make the assumption My whole life, everyone's been saying they aren't doing anything while they're raping me and locking me in churches with pedophiles, homo pedophiles, and saying they're not it's not a homo pedophile cult and shit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I mean, I want to get one of these fucking loser Jabba Hutts on video and shit. And the loser fucking fat pig fucking shit. Like I said, the bitch is a bot. My parents are bots, dude. They're non-existent motherfuckers. I proved that in 2020 when I shut their ass down and told them what the fuck to do. You can't do that to living beings, but I could do that to them, right? I could be in my room alone and be like, it's time to do this, bitch. And they did it. And so, just like the rest of the fucking planet did it. So, yeah, they're always, I mean, they're to this day lying about enslaving me, blaming it on dead people. They're blaming it on dead people. They're not even denying it happened. See, we're making a step in the right direction towards putting the proper people in fucking padded rooms and drugging them and putting them in re-education fucking abuse camps. Fucking like they thought they should do to me. We're on the right path, I think, here. With the mirror reflection coming back, like them trying to kill me, and well, technically I'm dead. Yeah, I realize you guys killed me. As a human, I'm dead. You guys did win last year against human level because I bled out, and then I come back to life. So not the first time. I'm pretty sure on that. And then so it gets reflected back on the fucking earth and shit on the one AI program who's doing it and shit. Fucking, I don't know how it works. I'm not fully in control of it. Other than that, there would be no videos, there would be no YouTubes, there would be no Earth. But I do notice that it's happening, right? Like you guys did the COVID shit to me, and then you fucking killed off your own families with it. And you were trying to hide you were doing that shit before. And instead of quitting doing it, you decided to do it to your own, everyone you know, and you killed them all off. Like some dumbasses and shit, fucking, like, who have new fucking thoughts. And it's like, I'm trying to help you out. It's like, I think your boss have no thoughts. Like, maybe we should fucking listen. Maybe we should listen to the good ideas instead of just being terrorists, because the terrorism comes back on us. Like 9/11 was just a bunch of piece of shit terrorists getting blown the fuck up as they need to be. 9/11 was just some pussy shit. This whole fucking city needs fucking nuked and bombed off the fucking planet. This whole fucking nation and every supporting nation needs fucking blown the fuck up. I've been saying that since I was born. 9/11 was beautiful. But, unfortunately, it only happened because the human scum in Columbus, Ohio, have been trying to kill me so much for a year that they had to be, little doggies had to have their butts whipped, apparently, and shit. So, it took fucking 20 fucking years for fucking their fucking shit to get slapped into fucking... They didn't even teach them anything, right? Every time that happens, which technically I'm not even going to argue because you guys went and hit my enemies after that as well. Fucking, you guys just hit, like, I didn't consider them my enemies, but now looking back, it's like, oh shit, they did destroy my life too. Like, you guys destroyed my life, and then so like I'm locked up inside, and they destroyed my life while I'm locked up inside. And you guys go and kill each other off like a fucking bunch of dumb circus clowns with no fucking thoughts and fucking machetes and razor blades pitted against each other. I didn't even say that, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even like, oh shit, these fuckers, they should all go kill each other and shit. Like, Kind of like that whole the flooding thing recently, where like the freezing came after. Like I thought of that, but I didn't think of like, wow, that's so effective. Like if you like flood it, then there's water everywhere, and then it'll turn everything to ice, and it'll expand and destroy everything more. I couldn't even. I didn't even fucking think of that. Like there's some other shit. Like obviously didn't think the human race should be fucking trash ass terrorists, enslaver, pedophile, fucking Nazi, fucking rapist sons of bitches. I didn't even know people like that existed. I just happened to be born amongst a planet of them and shit. Fucking so I didn't think of that and invent them and shit. Um, a lot of weird shit going on here and shit. I'm alive, so we gotta like to me. I'm like fucking like all paranoid because all we have in life is 9/11 and COVID and fucking Russia and fucking it's like what's next? Like that's all there is. Those are like the only things that I'm probably just like humans. The rest of my memories are fucking fake and implanted and shit. And that time didn't even exist, and it's just like some filler and shit, because it doesn't exist and shit. Except for the times people were trying to kill me. Obviously, those are important to remember when you got people trying to enslave and drug and kill you. Other than that, they keep coming back and shit. And I still forget most of it, so I'm still leaving out a bunch of shit when I think about it. Like, you know, once 2020 hit, I only remember one thing, and like now I'm like starting to remember other things and shit, and it's like, oh, that's weird. Like the whole drugging thing, like the Americans thought they were gonna drug me and kill me when I'm a child, and ever since then, I'm not sure the exact fucking function there, but ever since then, their people have been dying of drugs and shit. And yeah, well, obviously at least that's proof that they're drug addicts who are drugging their own families, forcing their own families on drugs, and everyone they know on drugs and shit, and strangers they know on drugs and shit. And then obviously that proves that they're also a bunch of ass vaginas who go around blaming Mexicans for everything they do to each other and shit. And anything. It's the Africans. They're making me smoke meth, man. Oh, they're using voodoo magic, man. Fucking. I can't help but like relate that because like yeah, there's actually a lot bigger story to that because when they started drugging me, I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then some people around me started talking to me about, yeah, what the fuck are they doing? And then they sent it like a month or two later, they made a police band that played heavy metal and came to my school and playing like the music about keeping children off drugs and shit, and that's in line with this whole like me walking through the world and then going in to see a movie like Matrix 4, and the Matrix 4 being like the 30 minutes of my life before I went into the movie, and then the 15 minutes while I'm watching that happen on the fucking screen, and I'm freaking the fuck out and taking a bunch of drugs and shit to erase it from my brain, and then Keanu Reeves is on screen doing the same damn fucking thing and shit. So that's just fucking. That's why I don't even go outside and shit, because that just happened and shit like that. And then of course the humans obviously on some fucking. Some bots with dialogue scripts and shit on some trying to kill me and drug me and enslave me type shit since I came here and stuff. Fucking you know I could always just be like, oh, they think I'm God and the humans are banding together to try to kill me, but But, you know, in my heart, I know that they don't have the brain power to do that. There's no way that even if they think that they're all banding together down here at town hall or at the government's at the mayor's fucking mansion to discuss drugging and kidnapping me. Even if they would come out and say they're doing that, I know the chances that they even exist during the hours they're off screen is zero. So other than that, we wouldn't have the COVID Muppet dance going on. And I mean, it's really, it boils that, like, COVID to me was like, I was summoning human clowns and shit, so, like, I was doing, like, COVID was some fancy shit, and then COVID was the humans terrorizing me, and the humans just being themselves to each other, so it really wasn't anything for humans, except for they were doing it in the open, which is weird, because I asked to see everything, so everything was being shown in the open. But I was to me, COVID was, I was summoning human clones, and I was actually creating new humans, apparently. Other than that, you guys worship some alien devil shapeshifter race, but I level out their, you know, I weighed out the levels of intelligence of the different beings on the planet, and I don't think any of them really pass the bar as being an advanced space alien race, even if that is like their. It's kind of like me. I think it's highly possible. It's like me arguing with Koopa when I'm playing Mario, which I've done ever since like 2018 because I've seen this stuff and shit. And I'd be like, Koopa, you know, you haven't done anything. You're just sitting there on this bridge, and I'm about to jump on this axe, and you're gonna die and fall into like a fire and shit. And Koopa like doesn't understand a word I'm fucking saying and shit. He's just like, it's over for you, Mario. And I'm like, dude, my name's not even Mario. I'm just playing this character over here and shit. And that doesn't have to change a damn fucking thing and shit. That's really what this shit feels like at the end of the day. I've been testing it. Wow, there's a lot of shit. I mean, yeah, think of all the shit I've talked about. And then there's a bunch of shit I'm not going to talk about fucking. And then there's a bunch of shit I don't even remember. That's every like few months I have a new memory of some shit that's exactly the same thing on fucking repeat. And it's like, oh shit. Fuck. But it sucks being here. It really does. I fucking hate everyone. I mean, they hate me first, right? They're trying to kill me and shit. Like, they're pedophiles, they're rapists. They're like homosexual rapists. Like what, 4 out of 10 people who have been sent in my life are this repeat pattern of homosexual rapists and shit. Fucking, that's just one. That's not even a problem, is it? Like, I don't even think of that. I'm just pointing it. I'm just coming to terms with the fact that this happens like clockwork every so many years. Because I'm trying to analyze the bots sent into my life and why they don't have any thoughts and can't do anything of value. And just seem like people who are purposely sent to be disposable. And in order to be disposable, you have to be hostile in my life. So, people who are purposely sent to be hostile, that's me giving them the benefit of the doubt, saying they're sent to be disposable. Because if you're hostile, shouldn't I just assume that you're hostile? Instead of me being like, oh, I'm a vagina man. I'm your servant, my hostile homo friend. I'll have sex with your daddy, yes. Yes. I am your servant. I'm your daddy's servant. Daddy, please. Right. Fucking trash, dude. I would love to have some of this shit on film like I have the last 10 years of people being on film doing this shit. I would love to have all that shit earlier on and shit. Except for, where am I going to get a government to help me? What, am I going to go to China and be like, yeah, did you know USA is a bunch of pedophile, child molesting homos and genocidal disease people? Like, can you, like, help me stop them or something? Maybe I can go to Russia and do that these days, right? Right, because they're not working with our gay friend Elon Musk and shit. They don't worship the gay pope, the gay pedophile pope of fucking Kazakh, of the Bible and shit. No way, bro. I can't believe the Pope and the Bible people are gay pedos. Who could have guessed that? Besides anyone who's existed 2 seconds. Fucking, I remember I was 2 seconds old and I was like, God damn, these are some homo pedos, aren't they? Like, sure enough, we all have plenty of evidence at this point in time. And then the next fucking discovery was, oh, they're child molesters, they're child manipulators, they're child enslavers, aren't they? And then it's like, yep. That's why we gotta make up all these stories and shit. But that's all there seems to be. It's like the humans have so few dialogue choices. You know how many humans, like I can count the humans on one hand who have said different things. And I've like traveled like across the world. Like across a portion of it, like 1/8 of it. Big cities only. No point in even stopping in little cities. That looks stupid. What am I gonna do? Talk to Cal and be like, it's Santa's coming, Cal. How do you feel about that? Moo? Oh, yeah, me too. Moo. And then the Easter Bunny's coming. Moo moo. The fuck? It'd be like talking to a human. It'd be like, I was wasting my time stopping to talk to one human in the middle of nowhere to go find a human living in a cave and be like, Santa's coming. And you'd be like, boo. And they'd be like, yeah, Santa. It's fucked up. It is way more bad. It's not funny at all. It's not even funny watching the floods and fires recently. And wars and kidnappings and shit. It would have been back in fucking, what was that, 1999. 1999, that was funny. Because I didn't understand it. If I'd understood it in 1999, there would have been a more serious fucking issue that should have been dealt with back then. Well, hopefully there's another living being out there who is, and if there is, they're not on the side of, they're not against water and fire and stuff, because the elements are good people, and they can never do anything wrong. So, you know, fire can't do anything wrong, and water can't do anything wrong, and wind can't do anything wrong. And bombs can't technically do anything wrong either. People can use all those things, but they can't do anything wrong. I've been assuming for like 6 years that, you know, Leviathan, well, there's a warship named Leviathan, and then all other things. There's like a warship named after it. So I've, you know, ever since 2020, like, it kind of took me a second to be like, oh shit, is that what's about to happen? And that's really like the only way anything's ever going to change here. Fucking, I mean, we saw the human race lying to me about fucking not knowing anything about trying to kill me and writing it on the map like last year. I'm sure it was. There's just a secret society of 10 million people in every city on the planet, and the other 6 people in the city aren't involved in it and shit. Right. They're every school teacher, every principal, every parent, they're even my parents, they kidnapped me from the fucking hospital. Right. And I failed kindergarten like they did. Yeah, I did. I'm Stu. I'm so Stu. I've been saying, like I was proposing like fixes to the planet like for like decades, and the humans like are so unable to accept any improvements that they oppose it with fucking more violence and force and shit. I'm like, well, maybe if they don't pass kindergarten, they should go to kindergarten until they die or pass it, and their families can fund it. And then they can learn not to do these things. And then I'm like, with the COVID thing, well, if they go do it to themselves in the open, they can learn not to do those things. And then what happens? Instead, they all decide it's okay to be a Nazi terrorist, and they start Sieg Heiling in the open and shit. I didn't even expect that one. That was like I don't think you guys got the brain power to come up with that wiffle ball fucking curve. But I kind of get the idea that might be just like the programming that they're doing directives to the bots, nuggets, and shit, telling them how they are. Pre-generated characters probably created thousands of years ago and shit. To fucking probably saying the same fucking language to millions of other characters who think they're playing a realistic video game and shit right now. That really is the only answer to what happened in 2020 if you think about it. Like, does anyone else have an answer besides the planet is filled with mindless bots who have no thoughts? Because that's all I could get. And I'm the genius, so I overlooked some things because I'm looking too hard, but I was trying not to look, actually, so it's not like I was looking too hard, and so I purposely fucking set the bait for, like, to test 20 other fucking narratives, and every other narrative failed. So still kind of setting that bait too all the time. Like, there's some shit I'm not even talking about. I'm constantly setting the bait for and shit. And I want to see it happen. Fucking. Who knows? I mean, they just tried to kill me a year ago, so it's not like they haven't been trying, Fucking, they've been isolating me for like 4 years. It's not like they haven't been trying, but I hear their family members are drowning. It's kind of sad they would want to drown their family members like that. And it's pathetic. I mean, that's what a human is. It's a piece of shit who has no respect for anyone else, and will gladly drown their family members and shit for their fucking, so they're all networking together to fucking try to murder everyone anyways, right? Well, it seems to be and shit. I think that was 2020, right? When I see everything and everyone with their Nazi flags up, and it doesn't matter if you say you're not a Nazi now, like, I mean, shit, the president just threw fucking his Sieg Heil up and his Italian salute up. Fucking, that's another link there, too. That's another one of the million links to who these people are. They call it the Roman salute, and it was invented in USA, but it was invented by the Italians in USA, aka the Bible people, who claim to be all these other people and shit, and are actually none of them until they kill them and replace them and shit. But fuck Earth. At the end of the day, I think, like, anyone who's seen what's going on since 2020, you gotta realize, like, the soil, the air, the water, the food, the animals, that is what's keeping the parasites alive. And we're like, how outnumbered? Like, everyone I know is one of them. I don't know a single person who doesn't look like one of them and doesn't act like one of them. Obviously, you're a moron if you're going to hang out with anyone who looks like one of them. Because they're a terrorist fucking devil Nazi race. But shit, I have people who don't look like them coming up to me and telling me they are them and shit. So there's a lot more than just 1/8 of the planet who is definitely in on all this shit. Fucking, I went to Mexico. Fucking, some of them looked exactly like him. Some of them who didn't decided to tell me who they were and shit. And then, USA, I think about everyone I know was one of them. So the whole fucking country, the whole fucking terror empire is them and shit. You got the Nazi pigs with their Star of Davids and their pentagrams and shit. And then their hospitals with their Christian crosses and their satanic fucking staffs and their atheist symbols. Like, that's like every 5 feet outside, they have their fucking racial supremacy symbols spray painted somewhere and shit. And can't tell you that that means anything except for this place is totally colonized by them, and probably no one else is here for the most part. No one else cares. Other people definitely working with them and shit. I was talking to one person who didn't look like them about Christmas, and they were like doing the Christian thing, like threaten me and make me feel like shit if I don't fucking join in worshiping their pagan holidays. Never heard a pagan do that shit to me, but that's weird that Christians will threaten you and make you belittle you to make you worship their holidays they created when they left the Middle East to genocide the Europeans, the pagans, and blended their disease with the other, obviously the same disease, because I've never met a human who did anything else, and they use, their God looks exactly the same, so guess who must have invented both of them and shit. I mean, we had their literal opposition being them. So if you think anything in between the opposition to them and then them is any different, then you better have some real good evidence, and no one has any evidence. Because all they have is blind faith in racial supremacism and shit. And the fact that their bloodline is better than everyone else, or the bloodline they like and worship is better than everyone else, depending on who you are. Wow, another wasted day. I love being raised by humans. I hope that shit comes back. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about the drug thing. I know I'm not wrong about the COVID thing, and I'm pretty sure that was symbolizing I'm not wrong about the 9/11 being used to fucking put the doggies back in their kennels. Pretty sure on that, especially because I'm the one getting fed. I got fed like videos making fun of it, and those are the only videos on the planet, and I don't think most people have ever even heard of them. And I don't even watch TV and shit, so when I get fed something these days, it's pretty obvious. It's like I literally watch TV and it'll be something in my mind coming on the TV like Matrix 4 was. And it's like, I don't even think that newscast exists, does it? Fucking, there's no way it could be tailored like that and shit unless my bot shell's being controlled to look up at that point, or and then the birds around me outside Matrix 4 being controlled to fly that way. It makes much more sense to... It's a lot more basic to look at it the other way rather than create a whole bunch of convoluted Hebrew stories, Hebrew fables and shit. Delusions of invisible people and shit. 240 invisible people. My favorite one is Kubitaka. I think I invented that one, so that makes 241. I took that from a Native American god, I think. And I just, I would shoot myself. Now, if I had a gun, I would have already shot myself. Well, I would just keep trying to kill myself, and even can't say I can even increase it in more, except for this video is 2 hours long, and I'm being a failure right now by letting this go on so long when I have things to do, better worlds to fucking reach and shit. 2 hours is 2 hours too long to go without trying to find a fucking answer to this shit. So, another wasted day, but it's like, what am I gonna do? The human race has been enslaving me since I'm a kid and preventing me from doing shit. As soon as I win awards from the president, they start drugging me with amphetamines. I guess because their race is jealous ass bitches and they think I'm God and they're trying to kill me. That's the best I can come up with. You obviously couldn't ask their gerbil brain motherfucking asses anything, because they need to go back and pass kindergarten before they should be allowed to even speak in public, yet alone fucking correct me on my fucking documenting what they're doing. You can see a lot of people get pissed at that about me fucking recording them and documenting them the last 10 years. I had very little clues that I was going to lead to the answer why they were doing that I thought they were, but compared to what I thought they were, I was kind of joking about being God thing for a while. Fucking, I didn't really believe that. I just thought it was so weird. It must be something close to that. Why they were all up in my fucking lifetime destroyed, and then I'm still alive, and really I'm forced to go do all this other shit. These damn terrorist fucking species and shit against them, fighting out for them. Well, hopefully this fucking Earth can get over with soon, and we can get away from all the fucking trash ass humans and their disease and their lives and shit. This is sick of fucking being around a bunch of pedophile, rapist, fucking Nazi, fucking terrorists and slaver bots and shit. There should be fucking stuff back in kindergarten until them or their great-grandchildren or their great-great-great-great-grandchildren can pass it with acceptable grades and something. You gotta keep them busy, right? Keep them... have them collect litter off the streets like 28 hours a day and some shit. Not off my street. Fucking, they're the ones throwing the litter on my fucking street, so I don't need them out there anymore. And they already are. Fucking, although I can't say I did see some interesting shit in 2020. That would be fun. And they go out there and put like landmines in the street. And watch cars blow the fuck up or something. Especially because we have pentagram vehicles traveling around here a lot, the Star David vehicles. That'd be fun to watch them hit some landmines and shit, wouldn't it? Fucking, I wasn't sure whose side I was on in 2020, but I can say it was definitely funny to watch them fucking fall and shit. So, that'd be fun though. Like, I can't even be mad at Elon Musk. Like, I want to talk about that stuff, but I don't really want to because it's like, it's hard to tell if like that's going to be beneficial to me or not. All that shit, like, because I already planned on that. Like they're gonna do their thing, and so I've already planned beyond them doing their thing and then countering it when I cared to. So I don't even see it as like a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. But it's just what is, what's been happening. No one's ever changing anything. They're not going to. Even if they run out of potato chips, I'm pretty sure. And if they run out of potato chips, I won't be anywhere around because they won't have the resources to fucking stalk me anymore and shit. So then I feel safe fucking escaping them. But I know this trash right now has me fucking tied down to some shit, and I've known that since the day they fucking implemented that. That's how low IQ non-existent these humans are, is they implemented some shit 15 years ago, and I knew right away this is not good. And then it shows me like a million ways it makes the humans error enough to show me that, like, yeah, I can't trust them. I can't trust pedophile, child rapists, fucking enslaver, fucking Christians and their races, fucking. So, I mean, I knew that from birth, but when this specific thing, they're trying to use to cause problems with me right now, when that happened, I knew right away that they were all working together. Like, it's some fucked up shit when you realize your parents are trash who are working with the devil against you and shit. And then it's like proven true, like fucking time and time again. Fucking child druggers should be fucking, people who drug children should be executed. And if you don't agree with that, you should be executed.